Hello students, welcome to AIMS India online classes. This is a chemistry session. Here we are going to discuss about the chapter changes around us. Let us see the introduction part from this chapter in this session. In our daily life, we notice many changes around us. These include changes from time to time, the crops growing in the fields, fall of leaves, the growth of fresh leaves on the trees, changes in the color of the sky, change in color of leaves of trees, etc. These are all changes everybody of us might be experienced. These are changes in our daily life, isn't it? Yes, it might be. Flowers bloom and then wither away. Apart from this, we notice some changes in our body also, like increase in length of nails and hair, increase or decrease in weight, and increase in height, etc. These kind of changes we observe in our body also, isn't it? These are all of the different kinds of changes everybody of us might be experiencing somewhere. Of all the changes we observe in our body in our daily life, we are able to find out reasons for some types of changes, some of those changes. For some other changes, we are not able to find the reason why does that change happen. Okay, for some changes we know the reasons why it is happening there, why it is changed, but for some changes we are not able to find reasons. Just we observe the different kinds of changes, that's it. Observe here, different kinds of changes are shown. Say this girl is eating this some fruit. So after eating it is going to be digested. So the digestion of fruit or food is one of the changes. And here this plant is preparing its food in its own from the sunlight. That process we call as photosynthesis. So the preparation of food from the sunlight is one type of change. And here if you observe, some ice cubes are kept in the glass. Okay, those are converting into water. That is also one kind of change. And she is preparing a cake by baking it. So that is one change. And here some food item is being cooked by the process called combustion, by burning of fuel. Isn't it? So this is one kind of change. So these are all the different kinds of changes. To explain any change, we need to find the answers for the following questions. Then we can explain what kind of change and why it is changed. The questions are like this. What has changed? And how do we know that it has changed? And what are the possible reasons for that change? And which seems to be the most appropriate reason for that change? Next, how would we check if the reason is correct? So, if you are able to answer these all questions, then we can say what is the change. We can explain about that particular change. Okay. Now, let us discuss certain changes in detail. One among them is changing of milk into curd. We know that curd is prepared from milk, isn't it? In all our houses, our mothers, they prepare curd from the milk. Making curd is our common experience. Curd is prepared in almost every house, isn't it? Curd is prepared from milk. Generally, curd is prepared by adding a very small quantity of curd to the bowl containing warm milk. The milk is stirred well. Then the bowl containing milk with the sample curd is covered with a lid and kept still and undisturbed for few hours to get the curd. This is the process of making curd from the milk. This is done in every house almost. Everybody of us are experienced with this process, isn't it? First, they take warm milk into a bowl, and to that small quantity of curd will be added and stirred well to mix that curd with the milk, and then that bowl will be covered with the lid and it is kept undisturbed for few hours. Then after few hours, that milk added with the small quantity of curd will be converted completely into curd. That's the making process of curd from milk. Now, if we touch the milk and the curd with our finger to know their state, we'll notice that milk is in liquid state. Isn't it? Have you ever touched milk? It is just like the water, it is also in the liquid form. And it is converted to curd, which is in semi-solid form. Milk converted to curd, which is in the semi-solid form. It is not hard enough to like solid, but it is not in the liquid form. That kind of state is called as semi-solid form. Curd is in semi-solid form, whereas milk is in the completely liquid form. So state has been changed. When milk converted into curd, its state is changed from liquid state to semi-solid form. And if we compare the color of the milk and curd carefully, we will notice that there is a slight difference in the color of the milk and curd. Have you ever observed? Try to observe the color difference between milk and curd once if it is formed. What will be that? Slightly milk in the white color, whereas curd comes into light yellowish color, yellowish white color. Have you observed it? And if we taste them, we also notice the difference in taste of milk and curd. They will be having different tastes. Milk is somewhat sweet in taste, and curd can be slightly or highly sour in taste. So sour taste is for curd and milk is in slightly sweet in taste. So they are getting difference in the state and the color as well as in the taste also. When milk is converted into curd, its color is changed slightly and its state or physical form is changed from liquid state to semi-solid form, and even its taste also. Initially in the liquid milk form, it is having slightly sweet taste, but after converting into curd, its taste changed to sour. So these many changes have been observed when milk converted into curd. Now let us find the conditions at which milk converts into curd. That is, finding the conditions for making curd. This we can identify by doing a simple experiment. That is, let us take 3 equal volumes of empty bowls with their lids as shown here. Okay, to find out the conditions necessary for converting of milk into curd or for making of curd, we can do this simple activity. We have to take 3 equal volumes of empty bowls with their lids. Now add some ice cold milk into bowl 1. So to the first bowl we have to take ice cold milk, chilled milk, and into the second and third bowls we have to take warm milk, lukewarm milk we have to take into remaining 2 bowls, second and third bowls. Then add small quantity of curd to the bowl 1 and bowl 2. We did not add anything to the bowl 3, just we have taken warm milk into bowl 3. What we have done? We have taken 3 equal volumes of empty bowls. To that we kept ready the lids. To the first bowl we have taken ice cold milk, and the second and third bowls we have taken warm milk. Now in the first and second bowls we added small quantity of curd, and you have to stir that well. The milk which is added with the curd, we stir well, curd mixes with the milk in 2 bowls. The curd must mix in the milk, in that way how to stir it. Now we have to cover all the bowls with the lids, and we have to keep them in your classroom or somewhere else without disturbing for few hours. Leave them and ensure they are not touched even for after you have left the school for a home. Observe the change in the 3 bowls when you come back to the school next day. What do you observe then? It means we have added curd into the first and second bowls, and we left the milk in the third bowl without adding curd, and we left these 3 bowls by covering with the lid for viewers without disturbing them. Now if you observe 3 bowls carefully, we notice that only the milk from the bowl 2 is changed into curd. The milk in the remaining 2 bowls did not change into curd. So from these observations, what can we say? When we compare the bowl 1 and 2, though the sample of curd is added in the bowls, both the bowls we have added curd sample, isn't it? The bowl having warm milk is converted into curd. The cold milk does not change into curd. So from this first 2 bowls, that is 1 and 2 bowls, we can conclude that milk should be in the warm condition. Then only by adding curd to that it converts into curd. But cold milk does not change into curd even though we add curd sample to that. Milk should be light warm, then only it converts into curd by adding curd sample to that. And when we compare the remaining second and third bowls, if we compare second and third bowls, though we have taken warm milk in both the bowls, only the milk in the bowl 2 to which a sample of curd has been added changed into curd. So from this what we can say, we may note that the warm milk in the other bowl does not change into curd. So in the third bowl we have taken the warm milk there also, but we did not add sample curd to that. So the milk which is not added with the sample curd does not change into curd. So from these observations we can explain that the reason for change of milk into curd is due to addition of sample of curd to warm milk. So milk should be warm and a sample of curd should be added to that. By these 2 conditions only milk converts into curd. Okay. So the adding of sample of curd into the milk helps to grow some kind of bacteria in it and enables conversion of the milk into curd. So this is the way the process of conversion of milk into curd happens. Okay, these 2 are the conditions required. Okay. Now let us see one more change, that is changing seasons. Every year we observe that seasons changes. We go from rains to winter and winter to summer and so on, isn't it? We might have observed this. Also in the rainy season, from rainy season to which it changes to winter season, and from winter to summer season, and it repeats. If the winter season changes to summer, we observe change in the clothes also, change in the clothes which we wear. Have you observed this? We wear different kinds of clothes in different seasons. For example, wearing of woolen clothes in the winter changes to wearing of cotton clothes in the summer. Isn't it? In the winter season, the temperature will be very low, very cool enough. To protect from this coldness, we wear woolen clothes, which gives warmth to our body. But whereas in the summer season, it will be very hot outside. So to overcome that hotness, we wear cotton wear. Cotton clothes we wear in the summer season. So in this way, based upon the season and conditions, the clothes which we wear also will be changed. Okay. Similarly, we observe that the winter season is cool and the summer season is hot. Isn't it? In the winter season, it will be very cool. In the morning hours, it will be snow will be formed and the temperature will be very low. Whereas in the summer season, it will be very hot enough. So in the winter, it will be completely covered with the snow. Whereas if you see in the summer season, it will be very hot. You will be sweating because of hot sun. In winter duration, the duration of night is longer than the duration of night in summer, isn't it? In winters, duration of night is longer than that of in the summer. We take cool drinks in summer but prefer hot tea or coffee or milk in the winter season. See, so many changes we are observing here based upon the seasons. In the winter season, night is too longer, daytime is shorter. Whereas if you see the summer season, night is shorter, daytime will be longer. At the same time, we will prefer to take cool drinks in the summer season, and whereas in the winter season we prefer to take coffee, hot coffee or hot tea or milk in the winter season, isn't it? So there is a change in the preferring drinks also based upon the seasons. These all changes that we observe show the change of seasons. Okay. If we observe the time of sunrise and sunset at a particular place in a particular day in the month of December and May, we see that days are shorter in the December and longer in May. So if we observe the daytimes, duration of day and time of sunrise, if we observe in different months like December and May, we know in the December month there will be winter season for us, whereas in the month of May there will be summer season. So in these 2 months the time of sunrise will be different, will be changed, and the duration of daytime also will be changed. Okay, we see that days are shorter in December month and the days are longer in May month. Thus there are short duration days in the winter and long duration days in the summer. Does the sun rise exactly in the east in all the seasons? Will it happen? No, there will be slight changes. Let us see that here, how it is. Observe the direction of the sunrise 3 or 4 days, 3 or 4 times in winter and in summer. Compare it with the exact east direction with the help of the compass. So this figure shows the shadow of a boy standing on the doorstep of an east facing house. See, he stood in the east facing house in front of the rising sun at the time of sunrise. This is on a day in the month of December. So it is slightly to the right side with sun if you observe, isn't it? The shadow came this side to the left side. The same it is observed. See here, this figure shows the shadow formed at the time of sunrise on a day in the month of May. If you observe here, the sun is exactly opposite to him, exactly in the east direction. But in the other month, in the December month, slightly it is being to right side. Means from what we observe from these two, sun rises not exactly in the east in all the seasons. There is a slight change in the rising of sun in different seasons. So in the month of December, the shadow is towards left because the rises of sun is occurring slightly to right side, whereas it is exactly in front in the east direction in the month of May. From this we can find that there is a change in the direction of sunrise in December and in May. Okay, this is one of the changes we observe in the different seasons. Okay, thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our YouTube channel Aims Today and visit our website aimstoday.in for latest updates and recorded videos.